ladies and gentlemen, Honey is already on her bullshit, and we ain't even started yet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Kayfabe Podcast. We are your host. I am the councilman, the esteemed councilman. We have the sweetest oos, the queen of Kayfabe.
I didn't even put my name there, man.
I mean, damn, yeah, bro. You just
shows how well prepared you were.
Ooh, and of course, I guess the at All-Star Fandom, Deonne is here in the building using the government today. I don't know if y'all know this about us, but if you are a fan of the show, then you know that there's a thing that we do. If we are late, and depending on that person that is late, they have to, I don't want to call it punishment, but they have to, there's a consequence for being late. Cynthia, and I'm glad you brought this up. Not me sitting here for 15 minutes.
I'm saying.
Right?
Okay, now that's what we doing now.
I'm saying.
That's how we do it.
Like Cynthia is just coming with the facts right now. You know
I'm
what
just
I'm saying?
Cynthia, she said it, not me. I'm just.
You know what I'm saying? She said it. What's up, Maria? She said it. And she's just spitting the facts right now. And and because we had Cynthia waiting here for 15 minutes. I don't want to point out the culprit of who was late and who had us late. So I'm going to leave that to the last person that was late and had to suffer a consequence. I'm going to leave it to her in airing out who was late and what their consequence is for being late. So, honey, the floor is yours as I drink my coconut water.
Yeah, because, well, if that's the case, I mean, we don't want to give it away, Councilman. Go ahead and drink your coconut water.
I feel really attacked in this show, man.
Well, HD called it out.
I beg your pardon. I have the floor, sir. I have the floor. So, as I was saying, drink your coconut water, Councilman. Don't want to give anything away, of course. But if I'm the one speaking while you're drinking the coconut water, it is obvious who this culprit is. And this culprit apparently calls himself the people's nightmare. And that would be Sir Deonne of All-Star Fandom. Yes, you were late, sir. So now it is time to suffer some consequences. And I figured, initially when we had made up this rule, I figured that what I had suggested before was a little too nice. So I'm just going to take it up a notch. I'm going to use the same sentence, but just change the word up. And your punishment for today's episode, for you being the culprit of being late, you must say right now, live, that Cody Rhodes is trash. The floor is now yours. There is no other option. I don't give options. It's that.
Oh, like I gave you options. See, I gave you an easy one. It's okay though. It's all right.
No, you don't get easy.
I can say it, but don't mean it.
But you have to say it.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have the people. The people's nightmare.
I just said it.
I'm sorry. What was that? I didn't.
You heard me. I just said it.
I didn't hear that at all.
I just said you kept going like that. You missed it. You missed it.
You said Cody Rhodes is. I didn't hear anything else.
Oh, I finished it. I just said it. Run the tape back. Will, run the tape back. See? There we go.
I mean, he did say it.
15 minutes. I believe I had five. I believe I had like 5.
Wait, I'm getting the whole 15? When I get a message saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna be 5 minutes late," I get accused of the whole 15.
I don't know why you gonna throw me. You know what? Now I didn't hear it.
Now I'm getting out of it.
You know what, honey? I didn't hear it. I was sat here, rode with you, and then you gonna throw me under the bus, and I ride with you? No, I didn't hear that. So I think you do need to say it again, Deonne. Sat here was agreeing with you. He did say it.
Cody,
you gonna throw me? Oh wow! It'd be your own people.
That's a lot of time to be accounted for, man. I'm blamed for the whole 15.
Man, y'all gave me a whole pre-episode about.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
I just said it.
You were mute.
I didn't press nothing. Cody Rhodes is trash, man. There, I said it.
Yes.
So you know what your problem is, Deonne? You think everybody's your enemy, and you was attacking your people who was with you.
Hey, I was up against the wall, man. I was just swinging. Okay?
I know you just swing. You just punched me in my jaw. I'm like, I'm with you.
Eyes closed and everything.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm helping you out. You gonna hit me?
Eyes closed and everything.
You're like, you know what? Jump him. I don't even care no more. I'm gonna wait in the car.
Okay, real talk. How can I change my name?
You gotta go
I
back
changed
out.
it already for you.
Oh, I didn't even notice it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
But you click on the 3 dots in your screen at the bottom next to the microphone, and they'll let you edit your headline.
There is those 3 dots.
Yeah, it's those 3 dots. But yeah, I saw you struggling, so I was like, I got you.
I appreciate
Look
it.
at that. Changed his name, and he still popped me in the jaw.
Little friendly fire, man. It happens.
Cyndia, you don't have to limit yourself like that. You don't have to limit yourself. If the spirit moves you to let that 50-round clip off, you let it off. You let it off, man, because you are welcome to. But we got a great show for y'all today. We got a lot of trending news to talk about, and I have a fantasy booking that I think y'all are gonna enjoy. I didn't want to give it away just yet because I want y'all brains to spark fire instead of having to think about it. Because y'all thinking, man, y'all go too around the block. Y'all get too deep into it and then skip. So now I'm just like, I'm gonna wait, let it come off the cusp, man. But of course, we're gonna start off with our trending news, and then of course that's talking about this past Monday Night Raw. A lot happened on Monday Night Raw. Let's start off with I don't know if this is confirmed yet, but I believe the group that Seth Rollins is leading with Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and the Oracle now, not the Wise Man, the Oracle. Paul Heyman now has a name. The Vision is now the group's name, apparently. Have any of y'all heard that floating around, or is that just maybe something that a few news outlets have just been throwing out, but not really official?
I saw something about the Oracle, but I didn't see the Vision or that. So it's stuff been floating around. I think maybe when I saw the thing about the Oracle, you know, how WWE sort of cinches things up or buys things. So sort of like trademarking that name. So we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely heard the Oracle part. Can't say I'm a fan of it, but I understand it. In order to have a vision or see a vision, there needs to be an Oracle. So that does make sense. But okay, Wise Man, I see you. I mean, I haven't seen too much of the Vision title for the group. I think it would be ideal and it would make sense. Not sure what else is floating out around there. I mean, I wish they would come up with some more ideas or other like suggestions or things of what it possibly could be.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind them going with the Deadly Alliance and just doing a new version of that. But hey, we've seen them throw around names, and we don't agree with, but we do enjoy the antics that do happen with them. Of course, we had Seth Rollins mentioning about how he is still looming around with Money in the Bank and that he could cash this in at any time. It is now letting us know that it is no limit between the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Undisputed Championship. It could go either way in him cashing this in. But outside from Seth Rollins, what we did have was a match between him and one of his members of this group, which was, of course, Braun Breaker versus Penta. And let me tell y'all, Penta and Braun Breaker out here giving us PLE matches to open up Raw and just setting it off. Yeah, and to Cyndia's point, I am sure TKO is going to have a few phone calls from Disney.
All you gotta do is change the I to Y, right? Like some like Rhino was
Oh my
Rhino
God.
had a Y. He left WWE. He changed it to an I. Rhino.
If they go to the Vision, I'm done.
No, no.
The
The
Vision.
no.
They did better
Absolutely.
turning the S into a Z if that's where we're going.
Hey, I'm not mad at hey.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna do anything that
Yeah.
just change that.
The Avengers with a Z.
Yeah, this is
Well, if we're not to jump back on name, but for real quick, with the group, how it feels right now, how are we feeling about them? Like fully, we've had like what a month and a half to sort of fill them out. What we thinking?
I'm not mad at it, but I want to see like where is the purpose going to come in soon, and that's what I need to kind of start seeing. Like right now, it's kind of like they're still at the establishing point, but I also kind of feel like some things are missing. I feel like some things are missing, and then one rumor I had heard, but I'm not sure if it was true, but that Ethan Page is supposed to join this group as well.
Okay.
When he gets his call up, that is supposed to be where he will first set off, and then apparently they stated him or Ricky Saints, but I believe just because of where Ethan's going, it got to be Ethan, and I think that may be a better piece of the puzzle to put in, because I think too it allows them to let the rest of them go around while Seth does his thing. I feel like Seth is getting a little bit too much of the spotlight right now and trying to do this group, and we're not allowing the red light. Like, I don't like the fact that Braun Breaker doesn't talk anymore. I don't really like that. I don't like that Bronson Reed isn't saying anything, because I thought his mic skills were very much getting there. I understand the whole now goon under the tutelage thing.
Yeah.
Like Paul isn't even talking anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's tough because like Roman's mic skills were great, but Roman was very like straight to the point. He said what he said. It was good. I don't know if Seth Rollins ever needed a hype man, essentially. You know what I mean? And it's weird with them seeing him with one, because we know he can talk. We know everybody in that ring can talk. And it's just like you said about establishing the group. Like, we knew what legacy was, you know, like we knew those identities. We knew what evolution was. Hell, for what happened to the NWO, we knew what they were. It's hard for me to sort of sink my teeth into them right now. Maybe Ethan Page makes it a little more, but I want to see more personalities from the I won't say goons, like they're like an overpowered J&J security now. Like, that's what they feel like. They're in black suits. They're wearing black. I'm like, we got to switch it up, man. Like, we got to do something other than that. But sorry to get us off track. I just want to.
It's like another level of when he had the Messiah era, where he was with AOP for that short, brief stint. I think I have heard those same rumors, Councilman, in regard to Ethan Page and Ricky Saint. However, I have a different opinion on what direction they should go with, but I do agree that there is something missing. There is a piece missing. I feel like this piece adds the Randy Orton youthful vibe to the group. The group still feels it's very heavily seasoned. I know it's still Braun Breaker and of course Bronson Reed. They're freshly new, of course, to the main roster. However, what I mean in regard to like experienced still, but still roaming around, and somebody who's on the roster that they haven't really used lately, and somebody we haven't seen in a while. And I think he would actually be a little bit of a better addition. I mean, Ethan Page, I totally get it. But in regards to somebody like Austin Theory, perhaps, I feel like somebody like Austin Theory is formidable enough to contribute, to add to the vision, if that's what you want to call it, and get back on track to how everybody's kind of been wanting from him, and kind of the WWE universe has been wanting from him since, they kind of like screwed him when he got out of that whole picture. But I personally, I do think the group is going in a good direction. I don't really think they need Paul Heyman, but he's there, and I understand why he's there. But I feel like they need one more, and I feel like Austin Theory would be that breakout star that could add something to it.
I like the Austin angle. I just know that they are trying to push him as a babyface now. And I would like to see how that works because because I feel like that needs to happen first before him going over here, because we've seen what it's like for him to be a heel. And I don't think he's taken that stank off of him yet, as far as it kind of being a failed thing. Like it was like, okay, like we really like want to see what it's like for you to be this guy and show me how you was when you were in Evolve and you were just doing it. I think I'd love to see that a little bit better. I don't think about replacing Bronson Reed with Ethan. I think adding him, because to your point, not knowing what Paul Heyman is bringing is very understandable. But what I like is Seth doesn't necessarily have to always be there for them. So then if you take the Seth picture out, where Seth is not to say he's not in the group, but it's like, yo, like sometimes we need, like when Braun, like say for instance, this match we had with Penta. Let's say that this match was later on in the night. Let's have it where now Paul Heyman is talking for them, for Bronson, for Braun, for Ethan. And then have Ethan come in and do his talk, but then that way it's being utilized. Right now, like to Deon's point, it just kind of feels like, okay, y'all gave Seth some goons. And that's it. And I feel like it's cool to see them doing their thing and to see them on TV, but it's like using them as personal attack dogs, and we're still not seeing what the outcome is for them.
The payoff.
What is the benefit of them being here? Right, because even watching Braun Breaker versus Penta, which was an incredible match, and the ending that happened, it's like, but Braun was doing that already.
Yeah.
Bronson was doing this already. Yeah, with the title. Right. So now it's just kind of like, oh, I'm sicking my dog on him, and I'm just kind of like, okay, but what is the point of this? And I think Bose, to his point, bringing it up about why should Penta be scared of Seth? The damn case is a joke in his possession. Sorry, not sorry. You don't have to be sorry about it. I think it's very true, and I think it's not being the choice of giving him money in the bank is not optimizing in the way that they thought it was going to be, because it doesn't give that off. It's like, yo, like Seth did not need money in the bank, and y'all are showing us that. Like him talking to Penta about don't ever get in our business again. It's just like, all right, bro, like go, okay.
But I also think that that's the purpose of this version of Seth. Like this Seth has gotten greedy. The last couple of years, Seth has been giving and giving and giving. And I think at this point, he's seen all he's needed to see, and he's dealt with everything with Roman and breaking down with Cody and all of the, everything from Elimination Chamber and CM Punk. So he's gone crazy, and he's pretty much, crashing out. And I think he's just at a point where this is what it's gonna be. Like he's just getting greedy, and he's got his goons, he's got the money in the bank. He could go either way with it, and honestly, he rightfully can. If he wants, he can go try to snatch his belt back from his title back from Gunther, the one that he put on the map initially to start it off, or he can start something with Cena or CM Punk if given what happens between them two. But I mean, it's just as dangerous as having Naomi with the money in the bank. Seth is an easy player to have. I mean, even though he doesn't need it,
that's what I disagree with. I don't feel that it's dangerous. And so that's why I was like, I love to pose this question to y'all with that. From the people we saw in Money in the Bank, do you think that we would be getting a better story if it was given to another one of the people that participated in there?
I mean, who do we have winning it? Probably like LA Knight.
I think LA Knight would have been incredible holding the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but even like looking at him now, he just comes out now. Like he came out and interrupted with Cena, Orton, and Cody. So
yeah,
but if he has the briefcase, that's a different story.
Yeah, but even to this point, the way Seth is working, Solo having it would have worked a lot better now.
True.
With what he's doing. And I'm just like, yo, I'm sorry. Like, it's just like, I'm not in agreement with this guy winning this belt. I mean, winning this briefcase. It's not selling for me. It's not working. It's not working. And it's like, again, maybe I'm being very overly biased about it, but it's like, yo, like I get the selfish part. I get showing it, but for me, it's just not, it's not A+ storytelling.
I guess like build. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'll just and then I'll go with this. I'm just like, and to build in a story of who Seth Rollins is with a Paul Heyman, like we have definitely declined since the WrestleMania shock of Paul Heyman joining.
Well, there's still time. Where
Oh, yeah.
I understand why it feels like it's declining, but that I've maybe not necessarily the payoff, but there's gonna be a result where the tribal chief has to return and confront Seth, because we still have not gotten them one-on-one. And the last person, but I'm saying, because the last person to take out Roman was with Seth and Braun Breaker. So they haven't really.
So what I've been hearing is we're not getting that story.
What?
I've heard we're not getting that story. From what I've been told is Roman is pretty much done for a good little while.
What?
Yeah, like the whole Seth and Roman thing is not it's not in the works.
He about to be in the Street Fighter movie too, right? Like that's the rumor too.
He's going to be gone for a bit.
You know what Roman well deserved, man. From big dog to now, like take your time, brother. Yeah. Take your time.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, like I don't think we're gonna be seeing Roman for like any of this year. He might do one match with Cena, and that's about it.
He's got to. Yeah,
I think we only get like one match from him. Because they said that he might not even be showing up at SummerSlam, because it was supposed to be like they wanted him to come back for the 2-night thing, but it's like I don't think that's gonna happen. Like for what I've been told is like there's no forwarding stories involving Roman Reigns at this time.
That's wild.
Not really. We had him for 5 years.
I get it, but I get it. And I'm just saying that's just crazy.
Yeah,
I found myself remembering that. I was like, man, he wasn't. I think I saw a tweet. Man wasn't on TV the entirety of Jay's run as world champion. But then I thought about it, like, hell, he had a 5-year run.
Yeah,
like. That's insane to be on top for 5 years straight as the guy. Mm-hmm. I don't care if he only wrestled main event or big matches. He was an attraction. He became that. Because you got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, because think about it. Like he in WrestleMania, he had to be in a triple threat match, and that's what they had to sell.
Yeah,
just because they was like, "Yo, we need you for Mania." But you really think about it, like he had like before then. He was barely there. The only reason why they had him come so he could be in the Rumble.
Right.
So they're pushing away from that. So it's like, yo, I understand the thing of the tribal chief, but it's like, yo, I don't think the tribal chief is going to be saving us anytime soon.
Yeah.
Well, that is true, because he did. It's like, we have to really listen to these guys when they talk now, because especially when Cena be talking, because John Cena is literally out there ruining shit. And giving shit away, like literally Roman Reigns said at the Hall of Fame, I believe when they were inducting Paul Heyman, I believe he did say, when you don't see the wise man with, or before that, around that time, he said, when you don't see the wise man with the tribal chief is when you don't see the tribal chief anymore. So we're literally not seeing the tribal chief anymore. That makes me sad.
I mean, it's a sad thing, but also too, like,
but he deserves it. He does.
He deserves it. Yeah. And he needs this time to be able to let someone else rise.
Yeah.
I think that's
absolutely.
Well, I don't know if you're having a problem with this. On 2K in the universe mode, I have trouble booking Roman to lose anything or to not be champion at all. I was like, I don't know where you look naked without the title now. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. Yeah. I'm sorry, you got a main event. I'm not putting you in the middle of the card. No. Roman ends the show.
Exactly.
I took
him out. I took him out of mine.
I did too.
I like we'll figure this out later. I'm gonna do it where you come back and we had that whole run, and it's gonna be straight rivalry, straight first rivalry. So it's always main event, promos, everything.
Yes.
Seeing you versus Austin Theory is like, what the fuck is this? Like, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. I don't like it. I don't like my tribal chief right here in the middle.
Nah, like, it just don't look right. It don't look right. It doesn't look right.
It doesn't. But
even when they had the Shield shit, like they were main event style group too. Like even putting like it just doesn't look right.
It doesn't, but we know that. So that's why I was like, well, now knowing it's like, okay, we don't have that, we're not getting this. It's like, okay, like now this Seth story is starting to get stale already. Yeah. And I'm like, that's extremely fast because WrestleMania was just back in April. And I get and I understand the whole thing of like, yo, let it build, let it work. But it's like, yo, like I'm seeing other people who has there's so many other better storylines cooking right now than Seth. And that's so sad because you walked away with one of the most shocking moments in WrestleMania.
Yep.
And yours has now dramatically dropped. Like I'm more this, no offense, Deonne, I'm way more interested in the Goldberg Gunther thing than I am in seeing Seth Rollins. And I feel like, yo, that's a big problem. And there's no disrespect to Goldberg, no disrespect to Gunther.
No, but for sure, I understand.
But it's like, yeah, and it's like, yo, like this is not coming off the way y'all wanted to. And I think too is because you nabbed two big rising stars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. It's like, yo, like Braun Breaker was good. He was there. And I was like, when you seen him with like Paul, it's like, okay, all right, now let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah,
I personally like him and Paul just by themselves.
Just by themselves.
The way they look when they come out, they look great. Like and it's like that's the new
next
Paul
big
Heyman
thing.
Guy. Like that's the future. Like I'm here for that. I'm so
same thing with Bronson Reed.
Looks really good.
Yeah, same thing with a Bronson Reed. I'm like, yo, like let Paul take care of them when they come out. Let them be there. So that way we know, like, okay, we see the tutelage that's happening. We're seeing them coming together. It's like, yeah, and this is all a part of Seth's grand design. But it's just like, yo, to keep hearing your music come out and to see them in black suits, it's like, yo, like you're nerfing these folks. Yeah. And I don't like to see that. Like, I don't think of Braun Breaker as a guard dog. I see him as the dog.
Right. When Evolution came out, they were each their own.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was Triple H and the Authority. Like it was like or Seth and J&J Security, like or not for nothing when they try to do it with Bobby Lashley and Street Profits and putting suits on them and stuff like that.
Like goons,
it just didn't it just doesn't fit. Like if you wanted goons, it made sense if you have like maybe not necessarily at the time, but Karrion Kross and AOP, those are goons. Like, you know what I mean? Those are yeah. Bronson Reed is a goon. If there was someone else like him with a similar build, he'd be a tag team with him. I mean, though he looks fantastic and he looks really great and is moving so much better in the ring and with Braun Breaker next to him, they do look very strong. It's just that we don't need to have them uniformed. It doesn't need to be in uniform. They could wear whatever the hell they wear and just look tough and be intimidating, be who they are. Like Randy Orton was Randy Orton, Batista was the Animal, Ric Flair was Ric Flair, and Triple H was Triple H. Like,
yeah, we lost their personalities through this.
We did. Yeah.
And that's what hurt. If they may have kept their personality, like Braun Breaker still in the leather jacket and all that stuff. If we kept their personalities through this, that could have made it a little bit better. It would have been a little easier to digest.
And that's one of the things that I really like hate to see sometimes, or well, a lot of the times, is when they put two solo stars who are clearly solo stars and force them to be a tag team when they don't need to be. You know, like, yeah,
and that's the problem. And then especially where they were just at, like they were on the rise. Like Bronson, like Braun Breaker is Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, Bronson Reed was just like the highlight of War Games, and now he's your henchman. Shout out to Courtney. Now he's out there, your henchman's. I'm just like, all right, and it's like, nah, but you just gotta let the story wait. I say, yeah, but like these two, like you need these men being in matches. You don't need these men just sitting here pumping up Seth and stuff. Like I was glad to get the match with him and Penta, but it's just like, yo, at what cost is it that you're nerfing these two characters to where it's like, yo, now they just jump when you say jump. Now it's destruction when you say jump. Like Bronson Reed don't need no permission to tsunami nobody. No. That was the whole thing we loved about it. He was just coming out and just doing it till you put him in the main title picture. And it's still, is that what's happening with this group? No. None of them are getting main event shots. None of them are being put here. They're losing in the King of the Ring tournaments. Like none of them are
None of them are
advancing.
getting title opportunities.
Yeah. So it's just like, yo, and then it's like, okay, we're going to put money in the bank in here. Okay, that aids Seth. What happens if when he cashes in, gets the title? Then what? What does that do for them?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nothing. So, but we, you know, I know we still got a lot to talk about. So we love to know y'all opinion on how do you feel about the faction. Has it gotten a little stale, or should we still let it keep cooking and simmering, and then that taste is gonna start coming in? But we also had Becky Lynch defending the Intercontinental title against Bayley this past Monday on Monday Night Raw, and just as I called it, the shenanigans were in play.
I think we all had it. We all had this on the bingo card.
We all had it on the bingo card. Lyra Valkyrie, the bird lady, came out and was slapping people with felts. And costing Bayley a shot at the title. Now, I want to know, we all said that this was going to move into a triple threat match. Mm-hmm. And now that we know that there's some tension between Bayley and the bird lady, let me ask y'all, do you feel like where we're at with this, do we get it? Do we get this? Does this need to be Evolution? Or does this need to go on the 2-night SummerSlam card?
That's tough.
I think this could go for Evolution. I don't see why not.
I would not mind Evolution.
I wouldn't mind Evolution. It's a big event. It's the second one, and you know, it's a long time coming. And you have, you know, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and you have Lyra Valkyria, who in her own right was, you know, did her thing in NXT as well, and she has been a defending champion in big spots. But this also helps elevate her, and this is in a way, I guess, Becky and Bayley giving Lyra the rub, if that's where we're going with this, because Lyra's now waking up and smelling the coffee and pretty much vouching for herself like everybody else is around here. It's not just about being happy to be here. You know, there's people coming for your neck when you have gold on your waist, and you know what it's like now when they take it from you. So hungry Lyra Valkyria is kind of what we need.
Yeah.
I feel like, I think I said it, we might be getting it early at Evolution, but then I started looking a little bit forward to SummerSlam. I'm like, man, like, what's that look like for all three of the women then? But then I also go back to Evolution, like, you need Becky and Bayley there. Yeah. And if you can get Lyra there in a triple threat for that title, that's a huge thing, because there's only been one other Evolution too. Mm-hmm. So I think it needs to happen at Evolution. And then we'll see what we get down the line for SummerSlam. But this went quicker than I thought. I thought it would be Bayley. I think we all thought it'd be like Bayley and Becky at Evolution, then the triple threat will be at SummerSlam. But hey, if we hot shot it to Evolution, I'm cool with that.
It also continues to give way to the Women's Intercontinental Championship as well, to continue to put prestige on it. And like, now you got women coming after it. You know what I'm saying? And Becky's a big target, and you know, Becky's is on her bullshit these days. So she, you know, everybody just wants to get rid of her title. Well, get her off the title. So
it also depends on how many matches Evolution has too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, these PLEs have been like 5. I'm interested to see how we get there.
It's scheduled to supposed to be 6. It's supposed to be 6.
Oh, good. Okay, so they may get this one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 6 matches.
I like that.
Yeah, two for NXT, 2 for SmackDown, and 2 for Raw.
Most matches on the card for any PLE all year so far. I would like that so far.
Well, no, Night of Champions has.
Well, Night of Champions has it. That's right.
Has 6 matches as well, and then
right. And they're all titled.
NXT has had 6 matches because their last PLE had 6 matches.
That's right.
But they've been trying to like float between 5 and 6. I agree though. I think Evolution is the place to do it. I think that's a fantastic add to the card. in what they're getting. So I'm not mad at it. So that's what I'd love to see between them. But we'll find out as Evolution continues to shape up. And then we had our advancements of the King and Queen of the Ring.
I was right about this one.
Did nobody ask you that? Did nobody ask you that?
You were late. Nina reminded you you were late.
No, that wasn't necessary. Not at all. Not at all. You just wanted to call that out. Still swinging in that corner blindly, huh? Okay. Just fight.
I'm like, remember, don't be a don't be a menace.
Mhm.
When he came back into the house and you were just swinging and hitting all the kids.
Yep.
That's
how you acting right now. That's how you acting right now. But yes, to Deonne's point, he was correct in the outcome of this match between my client Roxanne Perez and Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill did defeat Roxanne Perez, even though her moves were not great. Definitely still needs some work, as we saw as a solo star. And then also too, let's be, Jade did not send no one to the upper room. Okay, what I'm saying, this was a hard fought battle. Jade had to earn this one. It wasn't no squash match here.
We're not gonna sit here and act like Roxanne wasn't getting it in. Okay, Roxanne was fighting back. My girl, if Roxanne's gonna go down, she definitely not gonna go down without a fight. Like,
but she got a consolation prize anyway, and we gonna talk about that in a little bit later on this Raw stuff. But we now know that the women going to the finals for the Queen of the Ring is going to be Asuka and Jade Cargill. Myself, I don't think this was great booking. I'm just going to be honest. Don't think it was great booking. I don't think this is the correct choice. And I'm not being biased on this because it's my client. It's something that Honey said that I think they had a huge opportunity.
I got it wrong.
The two greatest NXT champions. This is Night of Champions and two of the greatest NXT women's champions. You don't have battle out for Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry to say that I'm not. This is no disrespect to Jade Cargill because Jade Cargill got a big future. That girl is going to have the women's championship around her waist. This is not the time to do it. This was not the time to give her to be in Queen of the Ring. I'm sorry, y'all straight missed the ball on this one. One, she has not been doing anything that preps us to put her in the title picture. Let's really just be honest. Nothing at all. The only thing, if you're really just setting her up to take the bullet to the face for Naomi, it's like, okay, is that really where we're going with this?
Probably.
And which is still dumb because you know what? Because again, if Roxanne would have won, I still had the outcome that I wanted, which is her versus Asuka, and I'm still having Asuka go over. Yeah. And
that would have been facts, Boza. But regardless, like I feel like it's just something more to like more.
First of all,
but finish count.
The NXT deal.
Yes, and Asuka wouldn't have eaten my client alive. Let's just state that, okay? When I said both greatest women's NXT champions, hear my words, okay? Both of them would have cooked in there. But I was rooting for Asuka because I want Asuka versus Io at SummerSlam. That is the ticket. That is the push. Not Jade versus Tiffany. I'm like, bro, that's not there yet. Like, it's really not. Like, yo, she's dealing with Nia Jax. Like, what? Like, why y'all keep trying to shove her into this right now? And so, and then to the boys, Boza's point, if Naomi costs her the Queen of the Ring, I'm just like, all right, I get it. I guess so.
I don't know what I think I'd take the Asuka Roxanne match over that outcome of Jade of Naomi costing Jade. I think you can get that another way, maybe a number one contender match of something sort like that in the future, but not for this. Like, Honey really sold me on. I was sort of thinking gonna take my pick back when she said that, but that was like I'd be down for that. Two greatest NXT women's champions on Night of Champions. It writes itself.
Right. I tell you, nobody was more pissed than me. but Jade, honey, you are not ready for Asuka. I'm sorry. this gotta go. This Queen of the Ring title has to go to Asuka. That's the title she doesn't have yet. And I feel like that's something that she could take with and run with it. I'm waiting to see somebody, and I think I said this last time, but I'm waiting for somebody to animate this King and Queen of the Ring title. Like I'm waiting for like somebody to make it fun again, like King Booker did. Like Asuka will take it to a whole nother level. Like, come on. Like, you guys, like, even if Roxanne was in the finals and Roxanne made it to the Queen Prodigy, nothing, like, come on now. We can't be doing this with Roxanne where she's the runner-up in every situation halfway there. Like, if it was with Asuka in the finals, that's different. Just like how it was with her in the Rumble. But in this case, come on now. Like y'all missed it on the ball there, WWE. But in this case, Asuka's my Queen of the Ring.
Man, right there. Empress of the Ring. She could change. Like, that's right there.
Like, who needs to that's her version, that's their version of a queen. Like, who needs like, and then imagine like her mask is like encrusted with like freaking come on, don't get me started.
But that's but like special nobodies. I finna say this, and I say this with the utmost respect. Jade is not ready for any of that. This was not the coming out part for, because the only thing we're gonna get with her as queen. That's it. She is not going to milk this character. She is not. You know that she's going to remain Jade Cargill.
She's a storm. Like, you don't want to make her an ice queen. Like,
that's it. That's why I'm like, yo, like it doesn't hit the way that it needs to with this. Like, I'm sorry, like Jade could have easily, like you said, won a number one contenders match and got that stuff against Tiffany. Honestly, she could just go straight up to Tiffany because Tiffany already said it. Like, hey,
who said Jade needs to just work her way? Well,
but then also too is like I'm more concerned match wise because it's like, okay, you have one of the ultimate strikers versus a still unstable powerhouse. It's getting there. I'm not saying that Jade ain't improving or nothing like that, but watching the ref have to move Cargill's feet so Roxanne's full shoulders can be down to get the pin, and I'm like, first of all, this count got way too long. I went and watched that replay. I'm like, yo, you basically did this count to 5, and Roxanne could have kicked out. That ring IQ ain't still fully there yet. So now you finna put her up with a legend like Asuka in Saudi Arabia.
This is her final boss. Like, this is her, like, this is like a main audition, like, or something like that. Like this is the interview. This is the real interview.
And I hope that, I don't even want to say prove me wrong because she don't have nothing to prove to me, but I hope that she can meet up to what Asuka's gonna bring. Like, I hope this, like how we talked about with before it was canceled, Dominic versus AJ. Like, you were going to really see like Dominic have to come in his wrestling bag to go up against AJ. And I'm hoping that is what we see when she faces Asuka. Like, I hope you rise to the challenge. I really do. Like, I hope it's like, oh snap, Jade, I'm gonna shut up. Jade just showed out. But I don't know, man. I just feel like this was a missed opportunity, not being biased just because it's my client. I don't
want this to sound harsh or anything. And I got 2 points or 2 questions, really. At what point I feel like we've been saying that with Jade a lot. She got a ways to go. I'm personally sort of getting a little, I don't know, impatient with it. I don't know if it's just not enough ring time or whatever, but did y'all think it would take this long?
No, if we think about it, bro, Jade ain't been there that long.
That's what I'm saying.
Jade got here last January, but she got signed the August before that year.
She has not been there that long. And if you really think about it, Jade Cargill I don't even think Jade Cargill has 20 singles matches under her yet.
You might be right.
And so that's what I mean. It's like, as much as like, yes, we want to see this happen, but it's like, yo, like, it's not fully there yet. and especially ring wise. And I'm just like, and that's what it is. She was training the PC for 5 months before she was brought to TV. And not NXT, it was straight to the WWE, and you had to pit her with Naomi and Bianca to show her the ropes.
Would it have been better if she may have gone to NXT now?
Way better, bro, because you could have had time to really get your ring capability up. Because she has everything else. Everything else is there.
The package is there.
The package is there. But it's like, you have to be able to deliver. Because I was watching that match between her and Roxanne, and it was just like it was not good.
It was awkward a bit.
It was very awkward because she's playing a powerhouse, but doesn't still know her placements in the ring. So like when she was trying to throw Roxanne like into the turnbuckles and trying to throw her the way she does like this, Roxanne's too far for you to throw her. And the strength that you have, it wasn't enough to get her all the way over there. So Roxanne is really starting to try to carry this thing as a powerhouse for you. Like when she threw her, you didn't notice like she had to stumble and
no, it was
bad.
We watched a lot of wrestling in our lifetime, and we sort of know as a fan when it like feels a little off. But I have this one thing too. I don't think King Booker to me is like something that Shaq said. Shaq's the greatest center, most dominant center of all time. There's never been anybody like him. Mm-hmm. He was asked one time, like, where did all the centers go? He was like, I killed them all. Like, because he was like, so Booker T, where are all the kings gone? He's killed them all. I don't think you can ever fully top what he did to commit to that character as much as he did and to buy in as it. We've seen people try to take the king moniker, but it only lasts for what, a month or two? Yeah. Booker turned that into a world title run.
Gunther didn't even do anything with it.
See,
he wouldn't even put it on.
Xavier Woods
Owen
tried.
Hart took that and ran with it.
Roman Reigns smashed on it like Xavier Woods' crown, and that was it.
The fact when they just placed it on his head, man, this man just down like that. That's one of the greatest Roman Reigns images of all time with him with that crown. But it's so tough, man. I don't know how you top Booker, even as a queen of the ring, you know? So
you had to do it like Nia. Like Nia is probably the second closest one that's done something like that. Like Queen Nia was amazing.
Zelina was obnoxious a little bit. Like she was a little fun with it. It just didn't last long.
What messed her up was she was in a tag team. That's what.
They had her with a tag team and Queen of the Ring. They should have just kept it. It was it's not like it could have worked the same the way it does with Xavier
Corbin won it. Sheamus won it back in the day.
Corbin was a fun time. I'm not gonna lie.
King Corbin was a fun time. They just didn't let him do what he should have done. Like there was a lot King Corbin because King Corbin could have been with a faction that had a court, and they didn't let that happen. Mm-hmm. She already handled the street character. She. That's the thing. Like
running out with a scepter and a crown and then just talking her shit.
Yeah, you gotta go overboard with it, man. Like
showing up backstage.
Rose petals have to be like
at your feet
in front of her. As she walks. Like you gotta commit.
The streamers before and after every match, like they do in Japan. Like
But she had an Undertaker entrance, man. How slow he was walking.
Okay.
But like I said, we do know that now we have our women's finals match. It is going to be Jade Cargill versus Asuka this Saturday at Night of Champions. And we will talk about that a little bit later because we will be getting to our Night of Champions predictions. But keeping it moving, as I said, it don't matter because Roxanne got her consolation prize coming. And that is in the form of being a women's WWE tag team champion. And we know that that's going to happen because after what we saw during this segment. First of all, this shot is amazing. All right. Karen Ripley put through a table by Raquel Rodriguez, sparking the rivalry up. And we now know that the match is official. Night of Champions street fight. We running it back from NXT with Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. And I am so excited. And of course, getting to see the partnership of Raquel and little bitty Roxanne. And I just love the post she put. I knew I'd get you to start liking me. And I'm like, yo, they finna be tag champs.
Yeah.
Can you feel it? Let me look like, am I tripping because it's my client, or do y'all see it?
Nah, I see it. I see it. I kind of
like we
see it.
talked
I
about this
feel.
last week too.
I feel like, you know, and I think we said this initially when Roxanne started appearing into the clubhouse with Judgment Day, that to be the one, not necessarily, I mean, she could join Judgment Day for a time, but not just join them, but infiltrate them from the ground up, make them forget about Liv Morgan, have them move on from her, you know, distract Dominic. She's already on the good side of Finn, who's assumed leadership since the beginning. And it's just like, this is getting really interesting now. And now that Raquel is warming up, it's just like it writes itself. They both also have disdain for Rhea Ripley, so they share something in common, and Roxanne has been working in their favor for them. So good for her if she's able to get into this position to get a tag title. Sorry, Liv, get better soon and come back and whip everybody ass, because Liv gonna crash out when she come back.
Yeah,
it's for perfect storytelling, right? Like it's unfortunate she's out.
We're gonna
but
get
look what
Liv.
happened. Like, look what happened now. Like, this is, I know there's no title or anything, but it's the women's tag team title.
Why
it's
y'all
like
coming?
Sean leaving for a little while so Razor can be Intercontinental title champion and come back. Like, hey, I'm the real champion, or some stuff like that. So I'm all for it. This helps Raquel so much, man. And I think we've been pulling for her for a long, long time since she made it to the main roster. Mm-hmm. Now they're giving her something that she can really sink her teeth into.
And we know
that's the good thing. And we know their history and we know what they're capable of doing. So I don't expect anything less than like just a great match from them.
This match gonna be dirty. Match gonna be dirty. These girls have done this before. That's the crazy part. They've done this before. It's just now it's gonna get amped up because we're main roster now.
Oh, yeah. But we'll talk about that more as we get into, again, we're doing our Night of Champions predictions tonight. So, but I do want to keep it pushing in the trending news. So we do got other things to talk about, which, of course, now we're moving from the Queen of the Ring to the King of the Ring. It was a match between Cody Rhodes and longtime friend, main event, Jey Uso. And the outcome has been set. And I will say for myself, and I get y'all opinions, they pulled the right move. It is the legacy going down at Night of Champions as Cody Rhodes will take on Randy Orton for King of the Ring. Now, unlike the Queen of the Ring, they got this right on both sides. So two things I want to ask y'all, and Deonne, I'll start with you, is one, thoughts on Randy Orton coming to the finals again twice in the King of the Ring, and your thoughts on him having to face his former protege.
I want more out of this instead of just one match. Like, I'm going to be greedy and say it. I want this to start something. But first, Randy Orton getting to 2 back-to-back. This man's still out here doing it, man. Like, Randy's still out here being Randy at the same level. He's LeBron James in this thing, man. So it's dope. But the fact that on the other side is his legacy member, his brother, essentially. And his brother, that's not the same brother he had years ago either.
Mm-mm.
That's going to be a fun dynamic to watch, man. Like, how far do they go? Because this was like just competition. This match was. This was like, let's find out who's the best. There's no hate. There's no anything about like that. No malice. But I want Randy Orton to bring out some malice, man. Like, I've to this point in my life, I never trust a babyface Randy Orton. I never do. I never have. I never will. I haven't. Every time his match is over, I'm like, oh, it's time. He's going to do something. Now, I want more of this match. I don't know who's going to win yet. I know we'll get to our predictions, but
you sound so torn.
This was the best. I mean, here's the thing. It's a good, I feel like it's a good torn for me.
Oh,
It gets Cody back in that picture for a championship, right?
Yes, he's right there. Just
But
want to finish another story. Yes, of course.
okay, if the story you telling me we're gonna finish is Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, I think we're all signing up for that story. Are we not?
Oh, I'm here for it. I'm kind of with you. I wanted this a little longer. Like, give me this a little bit longer. But the question I have for you, honey, is where this gets real interesting. Who, if say for instance Randy wins, does it necessarily mean he goes for John again? Or does he go for the person that beat him last time for King of the Ring and challenges Gunther for the title?
Ooh.
Which one is the better sell to you for SummerSlam?
I mean, shit. It paints a juicy picture either way, because both stories are very SummerSlam worthy. But if you're talking asses and seats and marquee, and I'm looking at the billboard, if you're flashing it at me, if I'm closing my eyes right now, I'm closing my eyes. As soon as I close my eyes, I initially would have to say off the rip, Randy Orton and John Cena. I would not mind being a little bit greedy on this side as well, with having Cena and Randy one more time before these dates are up. One more time, and on a grand level like SummerSlam, being that it's the first 2 nights, the hottest event of the summer. I can't see Summer of Cena happening without Randy Orton. As much as I know Gunther and Randy Orton would work, I'm gonna be greedy and say I think I would like to see. I would think the better fit would be Cena and Randy Orton again.
He ain't gonna win those,
honey. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to see that.
No,
Randy's not gonna win.
To me, first of all, I didn't ask you. I've asked you your question.
I'm just saying.
We ain't got the predictions yet.
No, not Night of Champions. Like, if he gets to SummerSlam and goes against Cena, I'm like, he's not gonna win that one. It's better shot for Gunther, so we can get him another title reign.
And here's the reason why I also say that too. I got everything I needed at Backlash with them too. Those two left nothing on the table.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us everything we needed in that match. Like, that is one of those for the last time that I got it.
Except the punt kick. That's the only thing we didn't get.
You didn't need it. You didn't need that, because that wasn't necessarily always. That wasn't a part, but that wasn't a part of his and John running.
I wanted it.
But you can get that with somebody else. Let him punt kick. Let him punt kick Gunther. Remember, Randy never punt kicked John Cena, ever.
That's true. He never did.
He got his dad though.
He did get his dad.
He gave his dad the business, but he never gave that to him. That's why I was like, yo, I am so satisfied with what I saw between them.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But Randy and Gunther going at it at SummerSlam for the world heavyweight title.
Randy could possibly get 15.
That's why. That's why
that sells.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
Yo, at MetLife.
Yo, bro.
Come on now, and that would be what, like his 20th SummerSlam too?
God, really?
I think so.
Yo, you're close, if not right.
That's why I'm like, yo, it's all there. It all sells itself. But again, I'm just throwing that out. But there was something that I do have to point out with Cindil, and something she brought up as far as Saudi Arabia, and it builds itself. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Cindil. Those two are not main eventers. That's why they didn't win.
Yeah, my pick was wrong on that one.
Sorry to bust that out. Jay and Sammy are not main eventers.
And also, to clarify, Randy Orton has participated in 16 SummerSlam events so far, tied with The Undertaker for the most SummerSlam appearances in history. He's about to break the record this year.
Come
There we
on,
go.
breaks the record and gets 15 titles and ties with Triple H.
What world will we be living in with Randy Orton and John Cena both as champions again?
And then Randy's a baby face and John Cena's a heel.
And now you got Seth Rollins looming with the title. That's when that shit get interesting.
With the money
Right.
in the bank. Money in the bank. And then you also have whoever wins King of the Ring, obviously, out of all of that. But I mean, because easily we're here saying Randy and all this stuff. What if, like if Cody wins and gets to advance,
we're gonna get to that. I want to save that for Night of Champions.
You're right. We're gonna get to that. Right. You're right.
But that's why I just wanted to talk about
it's hard to talk about it without going into that. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're gonna keep it pushing, and we'll get to that when we get to our predictions. But now we're gonna move over a little bit of NXT. Just a recap, nothing really to discuss too much. Trick Williams defended the TNA title against Josh Briggs in a banger of a match. Josh Briggs did not come with the victory. As you can see, Trick Williams did pull it off, but I pray that this puts the spotlight on Josh Briggs because he did such an incredible job in this match going up for a title. Please put him in the main title picture or some title picture. Like him as North American champion would just be incredible right now because he always delivers in the ring. But one of the biggest takeaways from this was we saw returning Joe Hendry attack Trick Williams, and we do know that Trick Williams will be defending his TNA title at Slammiversary against Joe Hendry. Now, quick question I just want to ask you. Does the Trick TNA era end at Slammiversary, or should Joe Hendry be moving on to bigger things? Honey, let me start with you on this one.
I don't know. I kind of like this TNA Trick era. It's something I didn't expect, and it's something different. It helps keep him in a good state as far as like where he's at in his career. He's also done something that he's never been able to do before, or something that has never been done before in history, where a NXT superstar or even a star in WWE came over and took another company's title that they're in partnership with. So I would like to see it continue because I do believe Joe Hendry is set for bigger, better things, as we have hinted at and seen already this year so far. We saw him appear at the Royal Rumble. We saw him appear at WrestleMania going against Randy Orton. I feel like we could possibly see Joe Hendry pop up somewhere at SummerSlam. If he does a pop-up at every Big Four pay-per-view this year, I'll be happy with that. Just somebody say his name at MetLife.
Yeah.
I'll be there with my picture holding it up like.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we may have like he might drop it at like an NXT, or you wouldn't win it at an NXT PLE instead of TNA. But TNA now, since I've thought about it a little bit, it makes a little bit more sense as home turf to win the championship back for your brand or for your company. We talked about how we thought he might have been a little bit bigger than the title at this point. Mm-hmm. So I think in my mind, I was like, man, it might be time to get him on NXT regularly or Raw or SmackDown. But I don't know, like, does his TNA contract play a part in this too? Like, do we know if there's a length on that? Like, or what we waiting on for that?
His contract is still there, so I think he can still participate in matches, but having him fully signed, I don't think is the next big step. For myself, I still stand on the fact of he should dethrone Oba. If he does not beat Trick, I think he should become NXT champion. I think that is the perfect balance of this TNA NXT WWE partnership. Let him become NXT champion and let him take that belt everywhere.
What if he walks around with both of them?
I mean, you won't hear me complain.
Hendry 2
I
belts.
believe.
Wow.
2 Hendrys is great. I believe in 2 Hendrys.
That would be good.
I believe in 2 Hendrys. From that
Imagine he's holding both titles. Wave your titles tight to side and
Right,
say.
say. Well, I believe it 200. 200. Hey man, it's right there. It's right there.
It works.
Special little nobodies, yes. I think that's the next one of Mike Santana to be the next TNA champion. If
Which is
this
why I
doesn't
think Trick is going
go-
to keep it.
Right, I don't mind seeing that because he has put in the work. He has put TNA on his back along with a lot of these other superstars, and they are building this brand into something incredible and really revising this place. And that needs to be acknowledged, especially for somebody like him, because they're doing such a phenomenal job with it.
Indeed.
So one thing that we also got to look to see is Obafemi has a new challenger. And I don't know how to say this guy's name whatsoever. Can somebody say it so we don't get this show canceled?
Hold on.
Yoshi. That boy Yoshi.
That's all yeah.
That's all I got. I don't want to get us canceled.
Okay, yeah. Let's just go with the first name.
Yoshi. Yoshi has been challenged for the NXT title. I believe next week is when it's coming up.
Yeah.
So
Yoshiki Inamura.
Yoshiki Inamura?
Yep, Yoshi. Like we said.
Yoshiki Inamura.
Good Yoshi is out here. Getting him a title shot, especially after Josh Briggs got it, challenged Oba, and Oba challenged him. And Yoshi has accepted, which I think is going to be a banger of a match.
Sorry, Yoshi.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, next week Yoshi will be taking on Jasper Troy, and the winner goes to Great American Bash to face Obafemi. And I hope it is Yoshi because I think that would be incredible. I just want to see him bounce on that turnbuckle. I think it's dope.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's fun. I love him in the ring. It gives me that great Japan style, and he has great personality in the ring when it comes to it. Like I feel like he is I don't want to say the best, but I want to say he definitely brings that heart of New Japan into NXT, and I think it's very refreshing for people over here in the States to see that more. And to see like how those things are played with kind of like the antics that they do, kind of like how we saw with AAA, where we see some of the different personalities come out in the ring when they're wrestling rather than just the match itself.
And I kind of think that will work better in Oba's favor as well, because it's another person who is not necessarily anybody's first choice to be a good contender for the NXT title, but he is a contender nonetheless, a good one and a really good competitor. But also to get used to somebody who has been a part of that New Japan style and everything like that. Because I think that's something that we haven't really seen Oba's style blend with at all throughout his title reign. So I think this would be good experience for Oba to feel him out. And I think Jasper Choi being the obvious choice to win, it would be, I think it would be too obvious. I think he's somebody that should just keep coming at Oba at different times and just keep, showing that his presence is there, because there's still time to juice him up. He just won LFG, and he still has to get his feet going.
And he lost already. So
yeah, he did.
I don't want to see him lose twice in a row. Like, let's see him really build up and do something. Because as much as he won LFG, I don't think he's ready to be the face of NXT.
That's a jump. Yeah,
that's a jump. That's a huge jump. Yeah. But we also found out that we have a new Heritage Cup winner. The Heritage Cup, for those that don't know, was vacated due to an unfortunate injury with Noam Dar. Very sad and bummed about that, because we know he just came back, won the title and won the cup, and now has to sit out again. We don't know how long he is going to be out, but it is long enough to where they had to vacate the title, and it was up between Tony D'Angelo and Stax. And as you can see, the family is falling apart because Stax is now your new Heritage Cup winner. Not sure if he's still going to keep the rules of Lexus King, where it's just a one fall match, or it's going to be rounds. We shall find out now, as he is the new Heritage Cup winner. So just a quick question to y'all. In this campaign that Stax has been going with, in getting out of the family and trying to knock down Tony D'Angelo, him becoming the new Heritage Cup winner, does that feel like it's a positive move forward in this storyline? Or does it feel like it's just kind of like, I guess we're just adding that because we didn't have a champion no more?
I mean, that too, I think. But to be given that, like, hey, this is your run for it with that, I think that's a big, seal of approval from the back for him. Given the work he's done, granted, we know about we know how we all feel about the D'Angelo family. We know, but I think this can sort of help separate him a bit from Tony D and whatever he has going next, because it seems like he's a loner. He's going to be a loner now. So big up the Stacks. I'm happy for him. Hey, a quick question. Should we just make this a title instead of a trophy?
I already told you bring back the UK title.
Okay. We've had that discussion. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think it's a positive for him.
Honey?
I don't care. I do not care. I don't care. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's like we're like, why would you even want to do this with the trophy involved? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's all over the place. I feel like the World Cup should be held to a different standard, the way it used to be in NXT UK. I'm not feeling what they're doing with this at all, honestly. And the D'Angelo family, like, we knew this was doomed for disaster from the beginning. So we're just watching it all happen, but we were saying this months ago.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know how I feel. Get rid of that stupid ass cup. Give me a title. UK title. If we doing anything, or if you don't want to do that, give us the NXT European title.
Nah. Sage D.
You just call it what, the Heritage title? Is that too generic?
Sage D, we're not doing that. We are not putting D'Angelo family and Sopranos in the same freaking sentence, because there's no way that exists. That's disrespectful. Nuh-uh. Absolutely not. Tony D'Angelo could never.
Probably greatest show in history right there.
But, okay.
Sage D. Give it to him.
No.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
The Sopranos. No,
he's for kids.
No, I know what he said. No, I know what he said, but I'm just saying, like, Sopranos for kids.
I mean, it's if the shoe fits. But congratulations to Stacks, man, on becoming the
Heritage. Wish.
Don't do it. And the show was based in New Jersey. Ain't they all from New Jersey anyway? Or are they from Chicago?
Who?
Where's the D'Angelo family supposed to be like residing?
Oh, I don't even know.
Is it New Jersey or Chicago?
I feel like we found this out during the Legado del Fantasma.
I don't know.
What's old boy's name that Tony D'Angelo had to wrestle? He's a veteran. Not Enzo. That's not his name.
Nunzio?
Nunzio. Where is Nunzio billed from?
Where is Nunzio billed from? I don't know.
Okay, so they're billed from Chicago.
Okay, so it is Chicago. Okay.
I was gonna say it's definitely not giving Jersey.
Yeah. No, I was like, I don't think it's Jersey. I think it's Chicago. According to Jay Henry, Chicago is not claiming them.
Nunzio is billed from Little Italy, New York. He's been billed from Rockland County, New York, and Little Italy.
Well, that's different.
Yeah. It was just the whole.
That's different.
Yeah, it was just the whole Italian thing that they was running off of. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we got to our main event. It was a fatal four-way to decide which of these four women, Jada Parker, Jordan Grace, Lash Legend, Izzy Dane, was going to face JC Jane at Evolution. The first match that is announced for the Evolution card, and we now know that it is set in a banger of a fatal four-way. We are now getting JC Jane taking on Jordan Grace. Now, I just want to know from the both of y'all, before I go off, did they get this right? Deonne, I'm going to start with you.
Okay. I'm about to give a very political answer. we didn't have this one picked for Jordan Grace. We didn't see this one for. I don't think they got it right because I think you had Lash Legend in this thing. You had like some Atlanta ties to it. A bit of a slip, but you got Jordan Grace. She's a juggernaut. She has a name behind her. She's established to a degree. I think putting her in it is fine, but I think we were ready to see like either Jada Parker or Lash Legend take this thing. But it doesn't look like that's in the cards for either of them going into like after this pay-per-view. So if they get it right, not what I wanted. How about that?
Now, honey, don't take all my talking points away, honey. Your thoughts. And amen, special little nobodies.
I'll try not to, but I understand why they did it. I understand what they're doing. Jordan Grace is somebody who can carry a division on her back. And it's obvious that, you know, they put her through NXT for a reason. And she wanted to be there. You know, she could easily go to the main roster if she wanted to. I don't know if I necessarily agreed with the choice. Being that you had the other competitors that you had. New Izzy Dame, obviously Izzy Dame's still fresh. I feel Lash Legend was definitely one for up there, but and Jada Parker, that's the main one that I can't really get out my head. Like it's obviously there. Like you hear the people when she comes out, you see what she does, but I understand. I don't necessarily agree with it.
But you get it, right? Like you
but
sort
I get
of
it. I get it from the business standpoint. I know what they're doing. It is, and I want to say her time. It is her time. If she's going to carry this NXT division on her back, the time is to do it now while you're face to face with JC Jane. Because there's no way that JC Jane's walking out with this title in her hand.
She shouldn't, at least. Yeah, she should.
But go ahead, Councilman. Speak your piece. Oh, shit. I'm sitting back.
Oh, the tiny mic.
Oh, man.
Let me tell y'all why this was some bullshit and why Hickenbottom did not get it right. First of all, these are two people who are in a lose-lose situation. Neither one of these women can lose at Evolution. If Jordan loses, you've lost 3 in a row. This drops your stock. That means you cannot get it done. That means you are a bridesmaids wrestler. And the reason why I bring that up is because if JC loses, you're now setting a precedent that you don't want to set, because that'll be the 3rd PC wrestler you made a transitional champion. You did it with Fallon for the NXT title. Now you're about to do it with her if she loses. And then what you've set up with Blake Monroe, where does that go if she loses this title right here and there? This is your issue when you have too many side quests coming in and you're trying to get them up onto the roster, the main roster, so quickly. Is this going to sell? Absolutely. Seeing Jordan Grace at Evolution is going to be incredible. Is this the time to do it with that title on the line? Absolutely not. If you were going to have Stephanie lose to anyone, you should have let it be Jordan Grace at Evolution. This is where that would have made sense, and this is where you protect these PC girls, and you are not protecting them. One, Jada Parker should have never eaten that pin. And it was BS that you had Jordan allow her to eat that pin. Izzy Dame would have been A-okay with this. She'd have been A-okay being able to take that pin. Even if you're not going to let Lash Legend do it, then fine, let Lash Legend eat it. Because again, that sets us up for something even better. Lash Legend versus Jordan would be insane. 2 powerhouses, but for y'all to consistently keep sleeping on Jada, allowing her to win these singles matches, but when it's time for the big opportunity, she's the one that's eating these pins. When you hear everybody in this crowd chanting her name, Even on these mics, she pushes out way more passion than any of these women in this division. Jada Parker got the whole package, and I'm not being biased because she is a beautiful woman, because she got that thing sitting in the back. No. This girl is one of your top PC people, and y'all keep letting them fall under to these side quests and these independent ones because you want to get them to the main roster so badly. And now you've put it in a predicament again of to show, do you really care about these PC girls, or are you starting to turn NXT into AEW?
That's a bit far.
Is Hickenbottom becoming Tony Khan? And the fact y'all making them faces let me know that you starting to see the pattern when it comes to this. So again, I'm excited to see this at Evolution, but I don't think that they got this right. And I think because you're getting so gun-ho on getting some of these women to the main roster, that is starting to become a problem booking-wise.
But this is sort of been a bit of a thing with NXT before, though, right? Remember? It's a happy accident. But it's because, like, okay, for instance, take it way back to Black and Gold. You got Finn Balor coming in, you got Kevin Owens coming in, you got Shinsuke coming in. Like, they were inserted quickly, too.
But during that time, in naming the PC people.
But you still had a lot of indie people coming in
already. That was the indie era. Right. You didn't have a lot of
right.
PC people coming
right.
out. That's what I'm saying. All of them were independent. This is after the 2.0 era. This is nothing but new talent coming from the PC era. So we're in a different state of that. Like the ones that was holding that up was like Velveteen Dream, and like Velveteen Dream was fucking Velveteen Dream. Like this dude was an anomaly of the PC.
Killing it,
and unfortunately, he rock bottomed, which also too.
Side note.
Can I say it? Can I say it? Is this a safe space?
This is always a safe space, brother.
Bring my man Velveteen Dream back, man. Stop playing. Stop fucking playing, yo. I'm gonna be like, yo, listen. If y'all can make a documentary about Chris Benoit unaliving him and his family, I believe that you can bring Velveteen Dream back. Because one, it was already stated that the dude that said that was lying, that did not happen. So why is Velveteen Dream not back in WWE?
Velveteen Dream, DREAME.
And as much as you had these other wrestlers beating the shit out their wives, and you still letting them come fight for them titles, Alberto Del Rio, you signed him. So when are we gonna get the purple lights, the purple smoke, and Velveteen Dream comes back?
That gimmick was so good. It was so good. I don't care what nobody say.
I think if Paula Dean can make a comeback after saying nigga, we can
Oh Lord, ain't no coming back
though. Like this,
yes, bro. She's still making money. That lady paid. This right here.
Tell him, Courtney,
that she never apologized for.
Right, and she refuses to apologize.
Exactly. Hogan again. So I'm just saying, like, and again, this dude was not found guilty of anything. Like the dude's name was cleared. So I'm just saying, like, yo, like, what standard are we trying to be holding to? Like, what is this difference? Is it because of skin tone? Is it because of something they may have said that y'all don't want to touch? It's like, yo, make this like, because I guarantee you, yo, like, if you heard, Velveteen Dream, everybody would lose their shit.
In NXT?
Everybody would lose their shit. And you just, I'm like, bro. Everybody would lose their shit if that.
The fact that character worked.
It was
so
beautiful.
well.
It was so
Like,
great.
He was Prince.
He was
literally
Prince.
was
Prince, if he was a wrestler, dog.
Yes.
He was just trolling. Like
With
his
a mix
Hogan,
with
his
a
Hogan
twist of
attire is
Rick-
still my favorite.
Yes, with a
With
twist.
the over. Oh, sorry. Crap. With the
This is
Why
why
did I say-
know need to happen.
Why did I say sorry? Like it's just me.
but
Are you apologizing to yourself?
with the it was,
Apologize, y'all. Sorry.
it was it was Prince with a twist of Macho Man, with a twist of that Rick Rude arrogance. Like it just worked. He had that formula and he came at such a good time. Like for those who really understand or want to understand what peak Black and Gold was like, need to watch that ladder match. And y'all know what I mean when I say that ladder match.
Mhm.
And Velveteen when he showed up at Philly Mania and All Caribbean Wrestling last year, and his music came on, nobody knew. Like his music came on, we were like, oh shit. And then he's just coming on out with AJ Francis and them, and it was just like NXT would lose their damn mind.
And then honestly,
that's like
Ricochet would have had a better career if Velveteen was still there. Because Velveteen brought it out of Ricochet.
That rivalry would have been.
He was telling them, but Ricochet was in his bag when he was going up against Velveteen.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing Ricochet's ever done.
Or Velveteen when he had that little stint with Alistair too.
Oh, that was when that was the beginning.
Right? That brought a lot of people in. This was I think after Ricochet because Alistair was the champ.
Yes.
He rocked the over attire against Alistair.
Yeah,
Dream
he did.
Over. Yes, Dream Over.
Dream Over.
Yeah, that's when he was going for the title picture though.
Okay. Yeah, that was man. Yeah, man.
Quick side quest. Sorry, y'all.
He had it.
But what Councilman said, bring him back.
Yeah, bring him back, man. But like we said, we will be getting Jada. No, I'm sorry, we're not getting that. We're getting Jordan Grace versus.
In another universe, we are though somewhere.
I hope so. And I really just, man, bro, I want to be done with the side quests and really see these PC girls get it. But we're going to see what happens. But we do know that the title is officially on the line. First match that we're getting at Evolution, Jordan Grace versus JC Jane. And we shall see what the outcome is going to be as we get into the later weeks as the card unfolds. And we will be doing our predictions as soon as it's ready to go. Now, let's move in quickly to a SmackDown preview. Hopefully, we will be getting a Honey Night SmackDown this Friday on WWT. Don't want to miss that because it is the final 3-hour SmackDown. According to them, I don't believe none of that shit till I see it. Mm-hmm. But according to them, it is the last 3-hour one, and we will be moving back to 2 hours from now on until they change their mind.
Mm-hmm.
But what we can expect on SmackDown, the Wyatts taking on the Street Profits for the tag team titles. We also have coming up is Zelina Vega will be putting the U.S. title on the line against the Beautiful Madness, Julia. We also have a last standing match for the WWE Women's title. My client, it's Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton will be going up against Nia Jax, what we believe is the final chapter in the Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax battle. And then we also have John Cena that will be giving us another appearance out of his very limited appearances before Night of Champions on SmackDown. We have no idea what he's going to say. He dropped a pipe bomb last Friday. Hey, Matt Cardona, by the way, gave us.
I enjoyed that, right?
I know you enjoyed it. I enjoyed more when Matt Cardona did. Hey, John Cena. I'm like, I know why she made him number one. I see why she made him. Still wouldn't agree with it, but I see why she did it. I'm gonna start with Deonne because we know what she know what she's looking forward to.
Of course.
What most are you looking forward to from this SmackDown preview?
I mean, the last time with Tiffany and Nia, I've loved Nia since she's been back on the roster. Her Queen of the Ring run was great. Her as champion was great. Really wish she would have gotten like an opportunity to show some stuff at like Mania or on the bigger stage as champions. But I You give me Nia Jackson any match, really, I'm gonna sit down and watch it because she's a bully. And I know we're not supposed to like bullies, but she's a good bully. She's good at her job. But just to see again a last woman standing match is a wild. I mean, it's the last chapter, right? It's like the equivalent to a cage match. Like this is it. There's no more after this. Interested to see who wins this. I don't know if they've taken off Tiffany yet from this match, but I think it's going to be one hell of a hard hit match too. So that's why I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I think we get some shenanigans with Naomi, and then that's what's going to cost Nia.
I love that we've been getting that with them too. Because with Nia and Naomi, like, you know what's up with them, you know the history behind them, and of course the fact that they're family. So it's basically they're just cousins just fighting like, girl, get the hell out of here. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This, but I got the money in the bank. Get the hell out of my way. Nia Jax ain't gonna take that shit. But it's fun to see. It's fun to see them go at it. It really is. It's fun.
So again, honey, which match are you looking forward to on SmackDown tonight? I wonder.
Well, to me, I'm looking forward to 2 matches actually.
No, you only get one. I'm
looking forward to 2.
You only get one now.
Oh, really? 2? Why not?
Because Deonne got one.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, Will.
Gotta keep some balance. Keep some balance.
Oh, now there's balance. Now there's balance. Anyway, I am looking forward to my friends match, Zelina Vega and Julia, but I am also looking forward to the Wyatt 6. So I have to go with that one first. Sorry, but I'll go back to the Wyatt 6. Yeah, that's that. I hope this is I don't know if it's the main event. Last woman standing match gives main event, but this would be fun if it was. Excited to see where they go with this. Don't know. I think I've heard some reports about maybe they were moving Street Profits back to Raw. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure if this warrants a Wyatt 6 with titles. That would be something interesting to see. That's not something that I would have been expecting with the Wyatt 6 at all, because according to all of last year when they were hinting at coming back, it was more than titles or more just about destruction. So kind of confused at first, but I like it. And, I'm always down for some chaos. So, yeah.
I'm hesitant about this match. I also don't think this match is going to finish. I think those other tag teams are going to come out and mess it up.
Oh, yeah. It'll probably be tag team turmoil stuff going on.
Yeah, I think Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, and Pretty Deadly and all of them are going to come out during this time. It's going to be like an all-out brawl with them. But I don't want the Wyatt 6 to lose, but I also don't want the Street Profits to lose because I'm about to say something.
Oh God.
Because if they lose, this says a lot about it. WWE, I got a question. Why is it okay for y'all to culture vulture our blackness, but you don't allow black people to be black people? You notice how the Street Profits now are not silly black guys that are the fun, the party where they can be able to push that. You now notice how they kind of being themselves, the grills and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how they won the tag team championships and barely be on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yet Jacob can go yada I mean, all gas, no brakes, which we know is our term. So why is it the Samoans can act black and it's like, oh, put that on TV? But as soon as the Street Profits do it, or a Bianca Belair, they're now seen as villains, or they're seen as we can't market that. But like, do y'all realize too that they did not allow no one to wear grills until the Usos did it?
The Usos were
crazy how that was our style, but yet it epitomizes when, and y'all optimize it when it's them. Same thing with John Cena. You're the white R-Truth. So it works for him, but yet Ron Killings cannot get a push.
You know what? Were you saying this? This makes me pose another point to WWE, and I have a question for them as well. Well, how do we look? How exactly do you guys look at the Wyatt Six? I'm curious because it's like, what was the whole point of bringing us on this journey with the Street Profits? And then you have, we also had promoted that the Wyatt Six were not going after any titles up until recent weeks. And now, and also we know the Wyatt Six's thing is about changing people back to what they were and all that stuff. Is this what is like, are we playing a game with the Street Profits here? Like, why can't they just be themselves? Do they don't always have to be the party go lucky, happy go lucky tag team? Look at the New Day. New Day's doing just fine. And even still, why do we have to change anything about the Street Profits? Why can't they just be exactly?
Why do black people have to play black? But why do white people and other folks who are non-melanated get to be like us, and then that's what you push? Because I still do not understand the reason why these boys were not on WrestleMania. I do not understand how you had a tag team TLC match on SmackDown and not give that to them at WrestleMania. Why Montez Ford now has to go create custom promos to put out on social media in order to stay relevant because y'all barely put them on TV. When they got the gold chain, same thing with Bobby Lashley. Now, I know it didn't fit Bobby Lashley all the way, but now he got into it. And look what you did with the Hurt Business. You tanked it.
And now we're about to go back to 2 hours. It makes me really worried for a lot of the, like I said last week, like when they were going back to the main to 3 hour, when they mentioned they were going back to 2 hours during the watch along, I was just like, I'm not sure how comfortable I feel for the roster, especially if there's 3 hours already on these shows and there's a lot of other wrestlers and superstars that we still don't see.
The thing is, it can work if you do it right. The thing is, it's like every 30 minutes needs to be about each title. So the tag teams needs to be in there. Both women's titles need to be in there. Then you have the U.S. title, and then you have the men's world championship. That should be your last 30 minutes. That's what you need to be showing it in some kind of capacity or form. It doesn't always have to be the title being on the line or the champ being out there, but put it to where it's like, hey, you know that these two women are in the bracket of going for the United States Championship title. And so that's how you can work it to where it makes sense and you utilize everybody there. But will they do that? That's the question. And even to Joe Hendry's point, again, it bodes the question, why is it when they start to be themselves, they're looked at as villains? But when you have these people, because this is no disrespect to any of them. I enjoyed Jacob. I enjoyed Jay. Y'all ain't black. You're not. You're not us. And what's crazy about it is the reason why I don't agree with it is because we cannot turn that off. You can go back to your Samoan stuff at any time. So you utilize it to your advantage the same way The Rock did. The Rock only used his blackness when it was to his advantage. Notice now how it's full Samoan. That's why I don't like that. And that's why I don't like that WWE is profiteering off of it. I do not blame any of this with the Usos. I do not even blame this with John Cena because all this has to do with character development. But you cannot tell me that there is a pattern that's not being shown. Go back to NXT as we just talked about. Jada Parker is 100% authentically her, and y'all still will not let her go past that glass ceiling. So I say all that to say the match I'm looking forward to is, of course, my homie Zelina Vega, because she follows me, and we like each other's stories, me more often than hers. But U.S. title, I had to get the funny out, so then that way pass a little bit of this tension. I'm looking forward to this match. I don't want Zelina to lose, and I don't want Julia to lose. I'm going to still. I like Julia, but I gotta ride for Zelina. I gotta ride for Selena, man. I feel like there's a lot in there that's just getting ready, and I don't think she should lose just yet. Like I'm seeing her gear up, man. I'm seeing her I'm like, yo, if y'all give Zelina 3 months, she'll have that US title wanted. Y'all be wanting to have it at PLEs. Man, just give her a little bit of time. That's all I'm saying. And I think y'all will really get something dope out of that division. I think she can really help bring a lot of people to an elevated position of this. That's just me, though. But that's what I'm looking forward to with SmackDown coming. So be sure to check out SmackDown tomorrow. It is the last 3-hour version. And if you want to have yourself a great and fantastic time, go over to WWT's YouTube channel and watch it, of course, with our co-host, the Sweetest Oos, Wrestling with Honey on Honey Night SmackDown. Do the watch along, being here with some of these great folks that's in the comments that y'all see popping up. It is always a wonderful time over there. And then, of course, we're going to get into a little bit of other news real quick. The injury list is kind of growing. Liv Morgan suffering an injury. LA Knight suffering an injury. And now that we know Chad Gable has also suffered an injury and will be undergoing surgery this week. Now, it's no telling how long he's going to be out of commission, but we do know that he is currently injured. Now, the only 3 that we have named out of them is LA Knight. LA Knight is not actually injured. We know that it was being reported that he'll be out indefinitely, but that is not true. It is just part of the storyline. He is not injured. Just giving him a break, and then he'll be coming back. As well as Dominic Mysterio is also injured. It is not a work. I know a lot of people were saying that the match may have been pulled because they were uncomfortable about going to Saudi Arabia. Dominic Mysterio actually does have something going on with his rib cage, and they're just not wanting to push it. They're still analyzing to make sure that if he is still able to compete or if he needs to try to heal up. And so that's what they're still trying to figure out. Where did you get this, Bozer? Where'd you get this though?
Well, it's with Chad. He's been putting in work a lot with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Has he?
I'm not going to say it.
I'm sure it's so not easy to do double duty.
What are you talking about, double duty? I'm just talking about all the big time matches he's had over the last few months.
Yeah, been putting in work.
This man literally collided with worlds, man. And he did a hell of a night. He had a hell of a match that night. So there's no surprise that he might need a break or he might have gotten injured because he's been going 100 miles per hour.
Where's Grande Americano at then? Where's he at? Is he going to call upon him and summon him to?
With everything going on in this country, man, it's just safer for him to be,
I agree.
Back,
I agree with that. But he's also the speed champion right now. So, he's over on Twitter showing them how it's done right now. You know what I'm saying? So, not sure what he has to do with Chad Gable, besides Chad Gable bringing us that precious gift. But I'm sure he is just as devastated as we are that Chad Gable is injured. And so I'm sure he's helping and texting him or calling him. I don't know how they communicate, but I'm sure he is trying to be there for him as Chad Gable is undergoing surgery and will need to, heal up. So, hope to see you back very soon, Chad Gable. Definitely been putting in the work, and shout out to El Grande Americano, who we know will continue putting in that work over there at the speed title and remaining safe here in the U.S. Got to protect El Grande at all costs. So, moving on to Honey's favorite wrestler, we have found out that what is it now? 7 belts, Monet, or 6 belts, Monet? What is it? I can't. I'm. Oh man, she got so many belts now. It's confusing. Is it? Well, either way, 6 or 7 belts. Monet will be putting the TBS title on the line against Mina Shirakawa on the 300th episode of AEW. AEW is now at 300 episodes, yo. So 6 belts, Monet. Thank you, Courtney. Six Belts Monet will be putting up the title at the 300 episode. And again, she will be going up against Mina. Your thoughts on this, Deonne?
I mean, okay. Sure.
Thoughts on it? Thoughts on AEW hitting 300 episodes?
Thank you. Thanks for changing the question.
Yes.
I mean, it's a big accomplishment, especially being on TV to hit your 300th episode, especially with AEW. I know they passed Nitro not too long ago, so that's an accomplishment that's their accomplishment as well. But I mean, take away whatever you think about the product, whatever the product does on a week-to-week basis, that's still a big accomplishment to be on TNT. What could we count TNT, right? Yeah, for 300 episodes. So shout out to them. They're still around. Again, take away whatever they've done, like creatively and stuff like that. But so yeah, it's a huge accomplishment. 300 episodes is a big deal, especially for a wrestling show. That's not a WWE show.
There we go. Honey, your thoughts on your favorite wrestler putting her title up and AEW hitting 300 episodes?
Congrats to AEW. And I never said she was my favorite wrestler.
I could have sworn you did, but okay.
This on tape, but all right.
Never.
Sworn that was said.
Never.
Could have sworn that was said.
You could definitely catch me on tape acknowledging someone else as a tribal chief before you even hear me say that she is my favorite wrestler.
I mean, you can acknowledge the chief all you want, but being favorite and acknowledging the chief is two different things.
Honey Monet.
Honey Monet? You dressed as her.
Well, shadiness is a sincerest form of flattery that I have.
So is impersonation. Well, yes. Congratulations.
6 belts and still undefeated, making history, but okay. Next.
So how we hating on that? If y'all ain't hating on Mayweather for going undefeated, then hey, y'all can let Mercedes do her thing. Mercedes do her thing. If Asuka went how many days undefeated?
That's Asuka, though. Nobody's ready for Asuka.
And then clearly no one's ready for Mercedes.
I guess.
Apparently 6 titles, man. That is
6 titles. How dope do you have to be for a company to say, yo, we're gonna put this on your back? Yo, world championships, women world championships, and they say, like, yo, like that's how much we believe in you. So we're giving you our belt.
So is she going back to these companies and competing?
Yeah.
Like, is that the deal? Is she a traveling champion or fighting champion?
Bro. Yeah, bro. She be over here defending, dog. It don't just be AEW.
So why is the stuff that I actually like see not the greatest things to portray like why she has 6 titles? Like,
say it again.
Like the stuff, like, okay. Even if I don't watch her matches, this is the highlights and stuff that I see of her. I'm like, I don't know why you have 6 titles. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain. If this was Sasha Banks, I'd have it. Have a good answer. But her character after leaving has been not appealing to me at all, and her in ring hasn't been appealing to me as much as she was before. I don't know. I don't see the appeal for Sasha anymore, unfortunately. For me personally.
That's because you love WWE. That's why.
Not because other people have left though, Will. And I'm like, okay, you're doing really great.
And before they left, they shit sucked. Dean Ambrose was a horrible character. When he became John Moxley, he became flawless. Oof. Mercedes one is in a place where personality is not the focus, and so you just have her still trying to adjust to this, and it's not working because there's nothing to bounce off of and feed off of. Her versus the Timeless one is the best thing we've had, like promotion wise and personality wise, since she's been here.
Other than that, what other matches has she had that have been top notch
on that level? Her and Chris Statlander were fire.
Okay, 2.
Her and Mina. Her and Mina put on bangers.
Mm-hmm.
Her and didn't she go up against her and Queen Aminata was fire.
I'm not even just talking like matches. I'm just talking like moments also.
But that's the thing. We're at a place where that's not the focus though.
That's not ever been AEW's focus.
Yeah, that's never been AEW. So that's why, like, with what he's saying, with what Deonne's saying, I 100% agree. Like the personality thing, it's like, yo, it's not Sasha Banks, it's not the blueprint. Like, you're not topping that. Match wise, though, I'm like, yo, like that's still there. That's what's still being put on. But the problem with it is, and the reason why it's not hitting for everybody was because you needed the personality part to get us ready for the match. And that's where she comes from. She comes from that type of realm. The promos we needed to see, the personalities that needed to come out when we had these matches. You don't have that at AEW. It's going off of sheer talent and whatever personality comes with it. So we don't get a hype for her like that. And the fact that now that she's going undefeated with everything, that also kind of now starts to, I hate to say this about people, but everyone hates when they're a GOAT. Everybody hates when you're a GOAT. Everybody's going to find there is no way, there is not one GOAT you can name where you didn't kind of feel like, man, fuck this dude. We all did that with Cena. They can't tell me there ain't been one point in your career where you was like, I don't fuck with Cena.
It was his whole career. I really didn't fuck with him until this year.
GOAT, and he's a GOAT.
I can tell you my opinion changed, but yeah, it was just going to the arena and seeing all these kids dressed like him, and once his music hit, they lost their fucking mind.
Oh man!
And listen, I get it now. I had to be in the arena with it to get it, and I was
understand it. Yeah,
I would purposely want to sit next to those kids so I could be the one saying Cena sucks while they get upset.
That's just the villain right there, man. The villain of Kayfabe right there, ladies.
Right there, bro. Right
I'm a heel, man. What do you want from me?
We're gonna move forward because Mercedes doesn't deserve this. We're about to get into our Night of Champions predictions. We got 6 matches coming up this weekend in Saudi Arabia, and it is said to be quite a classic as far as we're concerned. Now, we know that Sami Zayn came short in the King of the Ring tournament, but he is still going to be in Saudi Arabia for the fans in his home country. Well, I don't know if it's home country, but, his ties into that country. And he will be taking on Karrion Kross. Now, Karrion Kross has been tormenting him for quite some time, for the last couple of months. And so I just got to know who's walking out the winner. Deonne, I'm going to start with you. Sami or Karrion Kross?
Dude, I'm going Karrion Kross. You pull that trigger on it right now. Like, nothing else to be said. This is one of his biggest matches he's had in his main roster time, probably. I mean, he was on Mania 2 years ago, right? But he was there.
I mean, let me say that. You made it there.
He did make it there. He did.
A lot of people don't make it to Mania. Exactly. And he made it to Mania, so I got to give him that. You're right.
But post that, like, the way he's just been using his backstage time and his promo time to continually make his character, like, mean something and to be there and to put himself in these positions, I think you do it now. And you do it against the home country guy or one of the biggest baby faces you got. You do it against him.
Yeah.
Night of Champions on this stage. I don't know where you do it if you don't do it now. Or I don't know when you do it with Karrion Kross if it's not right now.
Yeah. I 100% agree. After I saw Sami punch him in the jaw and he was like this and laughed and Scarlett was like, you can stop now. Got him. I was like, oh, you're in trouble, Sami. You're in trouble, sir. You are in trouble. You might fully go to the dark side after having to wrestle Karrion. But I'm going with Karrion, man. I want to see everybody fall and pray. That's just me. Honey, your prediction. Who's walking out?
TikTok mofos. You know what time it is. Okay. We've been going through this long enough. I am sick of this. Sammy, you are absolutely done. And he will go to the dark side after this because it's only a matter of time. Like Karen Cross said, it's all about time. And he's been using his time very wisely. If there's anybody that's been using their time very wisely, even though they haven't been getting pushed the way they should, it's Karrion Cross. So I'm glad we are here. And it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be absolute beatdown. I want him to absolutely destroy Sammy in Saudi Arabia. You know they're gonna be pissed because they love him out there, and he's technically hometown hero out there as well. And yeah, let's go. Fall and pray.
Yes, indeed.
It's gonna be good.
All right, and the next match that we have at Night of Champions is the street fight. Rhea Ripley will be taking on Raquel Rodriguez in a Saudi Arabia street fight. It's not a Saudi Arabia street fight. I'm just saying it because it's in Saudi Arabia. So, but we've seen these women do this before. It was not pretty. It is really two titans going at it. This is Godzilla versus Godzilla. Like, I ain't had like another kaiju I could throw out there.
I was gonna say not Mothra.
Nah, ain't neither one of these.
Ghidorah. This is Godzilla versus King Ghidorah.
That's the one with the 3 heads, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. I'll take that.
That's the one because that's the one that was like the toughest too.
Yeah, I'll say that. But I want to know between these, honey, who walks out the victor?
Well, if you're talking street fight, you're playing dirty. And if you're talking street fight, I'm sure disqualifications aren't even a thing. Weapons must be used. Things are going to get really heavy, and shenanigans will definitely ensue. I think Miss Roxanne Perez will have a hand in some of those shenanigans as well.
You know you want to do it. Go ahead and say it.
I mean, she does always come out on top, though. Like it's mommy. It's mommy. I don't know, but she might not. But I'm just saying that's a pick. I'm just picking. I love them both, and I think both of them are capable of winning. But I had to pick out of the two. Mommy. I love mommy. I do love mommy sometimes.
Another one that's.
I understand that. But that's not what that has nothing to do.
But Selena Vega couldn't get no push, huh? Okay.
What?
So my turn.
Showtime. I'm just throwing it out there. So we can act Latino, but the person that's really Latino, we don't push. Okay.
What are we talking about right now?
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
You're talking about Backlash Puerto Rico.
Where does mommy come from? I don't think no one in New Zealand is calling anyone mommy.
No, of course not.
Exactly. Come on. That's all I'm saying.
So my pick is very similar to the Karrion Cross thing.
MDB, get out. Get out.
Right, I'll let
get out. Get out. Get out. You know, get out. We're not doing this.
First of all, Spanish Rachel. What?
You know, but
MDB, you ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Get out.
You ain't shit for that, bro.
Yeah. How you come back, yo? I haven't seen you in a minute. MDB, it's good to see you. First of all, second of all, how you just gonna come through and bum rush like that?
That was outstanding, though. That was outstanding. Spanish Rachel, thank you for throwing that in there. Thank you so much. That man said Spanish Rachel out here about to have a come up. It's like, who the fuck is Spanish Rachel? Sage D. In New Zealand, they say mother because mother is always on top.
Mother is always above.
I'm sorry, Deonne. Who's your pick? You say he's going to Karrion Cross route. Who is your pick? Lord,
Very, very similar to Karrion Cross. I think this would be a great opportunity for Raquel too. Given that she doesn't have Liv anymore, we got the Roxanne thing at play with those tag team titles, and there's no like was said, there's no backup for Rhea either, and within a street fight. So there should be, and we've seen what they've been able to do too. I just hope they have the leeway to do a lot of the more hard hitting stuff that they've known for. So my pick's Raquel in this one. I think in a street fight, Rhea could take a loss in something like that.
Yo. Sorry. Wow.
them comments got her sweating bullets, bro. As much as I want to do that for Spanish Rachel,
Spanish Rachel.
I don't know, bro. I feel like just that crowd pop for Rhea is gonna be what they want. That's what they're gonna want to go for.
And for the record, Rhea does have backup though.
Oh
no, it's just nobody's gonna like it because of what they're doing. Because she helped EO, so EO might help her again. Everybody forgot.
I don't think I think they're past that.
No, yeah, that's done. They finished with that.
Yeah,
she is a lone wolf. She is a lone wolf. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Rhea with the big hopes that I am wrong, Deonne, because I want you to be right. I really want you to be right on this one. Our next one. Two guys that act black even though they ain't black. Jacob Fatu versus Solo. Solo don't actually do that. Never mind. Solo.
Yeah, Solo's been in his bag lately, man.
Solo just been solo, but the rest of y'all.
This man did Penta's walk. Like, yeah, Solo's been entertaining.
Ever since Money in the Bank, I was like, yo, I don't know who told you what, but sir, you are doing it.
Like, yeah, whatever it is.
And while watching that, I think that's why we were, even what we just talked about earlier, Solo would be great with a suitcase right now.
After I seen that performance, yes, I definitely put my statement back. Deonne.
Even during that match, you're like, man, I would be mad if Solo get this, but I always feel like there's more Bloodline members somewhere. There's got to be a discount on hoodies somewhere because they all have them. I got.
Which one, Councilman? Which one? Oh my God, no.
Sage, you on timeout. You on timeout, dog. You on timeout, bro.
I see it. No.
At least 10 minutes. I'm not putting that up. I can't even put that up, Sage D.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
10 minutes. You got 10 minutes where you can't comment. You gonna do it anyway because I don't control you. But I'm just saying it out loud. You got a 10-minute timeout, sir. You got 10 minutes. Bruh.
That's a wow.
Bro, we can't be laughing at that right now. That's a serious matter.
Yeah, that's not.
That's a serious matter. And you know what? I blame myself for calling her Karen Ripley. That's on me. That's on me. And I opened this box, and so now it is up to me to close it.
That's why we gotta stop.
Close. Oh man, but damn, Stacey, that was a good one. Deonne, who's your pick? Who's winning? Who's walking out as the U.S. champion?
I feel like I'm going like against common sense in this.
Well, ever since that Jade Cargill win, he be like, nah, I got the juice.
He's got something to prove now.
That's
all I'm saying is that Solo's been killing it lately. And I always feel like there's another Samoan brother, cousin somewhere. And if whoever can pull that person, Solo can pull that person.
Well,
I got Solo winning it, man. I think it'll be.
Oh, my bad.
No, I got him, and we already saw one have his dark match. What, last week? This week or last week? So that could be a possibility. He's already wearing red and black, but I got Solo winning it, man. I think it's time. Solo deserves this at this point, man. He's eaten a lot of losses to be in this position and be in Money in the Bank and be here and still be prominent on SmackDown. I got Solo leaving Saudi with a title, man.
All right, honey.
Far be it from me, if I was a booker in WWE, to want to have Jacob Fatu and Solo with this match and be able to finally crown Solo a champion. In this regard, as far as like the United States title and being in the main roster, having a title, especially after all the losses he's had, and putting himself back in any kind of picture by maintaining, the bloodline, the new bloodline that he recreated pretty much, and then recreated and reinvented himself. But given that package, when he spoke to Jacob, I can't help but feel like there was some underlying message behind it. As Deonne said, there's always another Samoan cousin or brother somewhere showing up. And I think that's definitely a possibility. However, I don't think Solo winning the U.S. title, like, I don't think that needs to happen and it's going to cause him to win. I think in this case, it would happen after Jacob retains. So I can't go against the Samoa werewolf. So I might have to say Jacob, but still Solo will come out on top and still get his last laugh somehow, some way. Solo has a plan.
I think we're getting a title change here.
I hope so.
I think Solo is walking out the U.S. champion because we're right in the window of Jacob losing this belt and having that chase that we need to really see it brought out of Jacob. Like, I think to see it stripped from him and just like, yo, bro, I gave you all of this and watch me take it away. And then you get Hikuleo at SummerSlam.
Oh, you can wait to then?
Yeah, because now you have Jacob chasing for this title, and then you have it at SummerSlam, and then, of course, like, it looked like Jacob finna do it, and then out of nowhere, here comes Hikuleo.
Boy.
I think that's how you really start to sell this being a major plot, in SmackDown, especially in this 2-hour run going for the U.S. title. And I think because again, he's been champ for like what now, 60 days? So, or like 66 days actually. But that's where we're getting. We're in that window where he's been champ for some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had a good little run. And I think seeing the chase of him and becoming a potential two-time U.S. champion, I think writes well with this happening. And one of these titles got to change. Like, some title got to change at Night of Champions. So, and we don't have that many on the line. So, yeah. But yeah, that's my pick. I'm going with Solo. Now we have the finals of the Queen of the Ring. Jade Cargill versus Asuka.
I said what I said earlier.
Winner goes to SummerSlam.
I don't need to go. Y'all could go if y'all want.
Who's walking out, Deonne?
Man, again, I'm going in. My Night as Champion is like an Elseworld comic. I'm going Jade to walk out of here with this Queen title. Yeah. We talked about it earlier, but we know she needs some more polish, but she sells, man. And we get into SummerSlam and we're thinking marquees and posters. Not to say Asuka can't and that she hasn't, but Jade is still a new shiny toy, man. I got Jade winning.
That's your opinion. Honey, your thoughts?
Well, it's exactly that statement of needing more polish as to why I don't agree that she's going to win. Because if you're going to become a queen, what more polish do you need? So, Empress of Tomorrow wins Queen of the Ring for me. Being that she's back and they've gotten it right since she's back, even though she just came back literally. But I think that I think we owe Asuka. Honestly, I think WWE owes Asuka. And if this is going to be, I'm not sure what direction she's trying to go in and what kind of run this is going to be for her, or if this is going to be a final run or anything like that. I'm not trying to insinuate anything for Asuka, but depending on the direction, we do owe Asuka something, and we owe Asuka to be back into some kind of title picture. So I think Queen of the Ring would be perfect for her to win.
So I won't use the term "oh." I won't.
Well, maybe not "oh," but right some wrongs, I guess.
No. I'm looking past all that. I'm gonna look past all that because writing is the writing, and you have to take what you take, especially after watching Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton's talk on what do you want to talk about. You got to kind of take what you get and make lemonades of it. Now, MDB wrote something about this. If Asuka wins and the IWC celebrates, I'm throwing shade because how is it any different than Becky or Charlotte coming back and immediately getting a title shot? Here's why I'm going to combat that for you. One, no one was looking for that nor asking for that when Charlotte came. And one, everybody that was there was seeming like they were in the place to have a title shot. When it comes to Asuka, Asuka was always next in line for a title shot, and then she got injured. And so in coming back, you have the perfect storyline set up for this, which is Asuka versus Io, which is what everybody's been seeing. And the simple fact of you have two things: either Asuka wins and becomes champion, or we have another Tiffy Charlotte situation where she puts Io over, which I think that is the more likely outcome because of how well Io's doing and because of how much she really does value her being here. Because you got to really think about it. At this time, Asuka didn't have nobody until they got here. There was no Kairi Sane. There was no Io. So just imagine all those things being on the road. And again, too, I understand she does but again, too, to your point, she doesn't need it, and neither does Jade. Neither one of them need Queen of the Ring to go challenge nobody. And to be honest with you, I think Jade still gets a title match against Tiffy at SummerSlam. I think that's still gonna happen.
Because maybe not necessarily needed this, but maybe this might be some bias, but who really needed this would have been Roxanne.
And to be honest, she don't need it right now. It's not necessary. And then to answer this again, Asuka's been women's champion more than a few times. How about we push some new stars to the top?
How else do you do that without a legend?
I'll ask you again. Who on Raw is you got set to go up against the world champion that we ain't seen already? Liv's gone. Do you want to see Rhea again? Oh, let me guess. Do you think Io versus Ivy now is going to put butts in seats?
Question real quick. They get a title shot. Do they get to pick when and where? Or is it automatic?
It's at SummerSlam.
It's automatic at SummerSlam, right? Yeah. Okay. What are the chances Io makes it to SummerSlam as champion and they completely switch? It's not even Io at SummerSlam.
She hasn't defended her stuff since Mania. And I don't think, unless you're going to do it at
Evolution. Hasn't even appeared much.
Yeah, unless you do it on Evolution, and I don't see them doing it at Evolution.
Naomi cash in before SummerSlam?
She's
Can
not.
You get Jade versus.
And they haven't been pushing that for her on Raw. That'd be
it's been more SmackDown.
Yeah, that would be. And again, you want to set that up for Naomi to go up against Bianca. That's what that's what that whole setup's for.
Okay.
90% of Io goes in the SummerSlam champ. Oh yeah, no, she's going in as champ because everybody, bro. I can't wait. Like even if I'm not there at SummerSlam, I can't wait to see that stadium open and hear Io's music. And they got that shot out where you see the whole stadium going. Yo, that's gonna pop. And her doing that, like yo, there's no way they don't want that.
I love when she does that.
That's what I'm saying. Like her and Asuka for me makes the most sense. Like for Jade can get a guaranteed shot. Adding Queen of the Ring does nothing for her. And that's the thing that I'm just like, why I'm so in Asuka doing it. One, Asuka now has a new title. She can go back to that Empress Asuka run, and that utilizes that NXT vibe.
And now we're talking.
And again, so right here, Stephanie McClure is about to shake things up in the women's division. Yes, she is. But they didn't want this to be pushed at SummerSlam just yet. Now, if anything, you're going to say MDB, that's the one where you could have had that argument of her just coming and she gets a title shot. That's the one that you can prompt when it comes to that. Yo, that would be hilarious. I hope she not though. I hope she just be host, do some backstage segments. Please do not try to announce EO Sky. Please. But we're going to see who walks out as Queen of the Ring between Jade Cargill and Asuka.
Nobody's ready.
And now King of the Ring. I got to know. Who walks out King of the Ring for a title shot at SummerSlam? Will it be the Viper Randy Orton? Or will it be Cody Rhodes?
I'll rip the Band-Aid off. This Randy Orton versus Gunther really got me. And that's what I want now. Randy Orton wins this, becomes King of the Ring. I don't want him and Cena again. I agree with you, Will. I got my cup has runneth over from their Backlash match.
Yep.
Yeah, give me that. Randy versus Gunther, one more title that he can claim at his 16th SummerSlam. Let's do it. Let's give Cody another outlet, another chase. Because there's no way he's winning it. I mean, yeah, let's give Cody a new route.
Honey?
I'm it's so funny because I kind of went back and forth with the fact that this would be the final outcome for the King of the Ring. And now that we're here, it's like but not too much for me anyway, because I, for one, think that it's more logic that Cody Rhodes goes on to be the King of the Ring. I mean, this man has been coming out, just trying to say his piece for the last couple of SmackDowns. He hasn't been able to say much. And everybody's kind of interrupting him and jumping in the gun and the line. And Cody's just been quiet, letting everybody rock, letting everybody talk their stuff. And I think it just speaks for itself because Cody's usually always one with something to talk about. In this case, I think he's done talking. So it will be Protege versus the teacher. But I believe Cody Rhodes, the one who Deonne thinks is trash, is going to win King of the Ring. And wait for the result of what happens with CM Punk and Cena. Because it would be nice to have another face-to-face with Cody and Cena again in the middle of the year, being that we haven't seen them face-to-face since literally that moment. Whoa!
No.
That's the other
No, I know. I was doing whoa.
Don't you whoa while I do this. You go, hey, nothing you can say.
Burning my light.
In my head.
Burning my light was.
I'm going Randy Orton with the same exact reason why Asuka needs to win. Cody's gonna get that title match at SummerSlam anyway. You don't need King of the Ring to do it. Let Randy Orton become King of the Ring. Go get his lick from Gunther. Cody's already gonna get this title shot. Like you just said it. Because we haven't seen it in 6 months, it's the perfect place to run it back. He's gonna get it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, just froze. I know that's crazy, right? I thought she was gonna say Randy too, but hey, to each his own. And the final match, one last time. CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE title. Which should have happened in Money in the Bank, but okay. It's here in Saudi Arabia. Now, when this dust clears and people have been put to sleep, attitudes have been adjusted.
I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
Clever.
Who walks out as the WWE Undisputed Champion? Deonne, let's start with you. No, because you did the other one first. Honey.
I mean, for me, it's not really that hard. This is going to be continue to be the summer of the 17 and unseen. John Cena. It's going to be a good match, though. It's going to be very nostalgic. It's going to be fun to revisit them. You know, it's giving very much. I don't know if you guys have seen the clip that I collaborated with WrestleBuzz on my social media, but it's giving very much Stone Cold, Austin Rock, My Way promo vibes between these two. And yeah, it's going to be fun, but Dr. Thugonomics is walking out champ still.
Deonne.
I'm gonna completely agree with that. This run isn't over yet. This is just a little stop on whatever road that we get to the point where he does actually lose it before he leaves, or maybe he just doesn't lose it at all and he actually leaves with it, which would be a wild concept for John Cena's final reign. But Night of Champions, John Cena, CM Punk. I'm picking John Cena for this one.
John Cena's gonna put CM Punk in his own move and be done with it.
Yo, I was about to pick CM Punk. I legit was about to pick CM Punk just to go with my timeline. But when Honey blew that kiss, that's when I knew John Cena winning this match. John Cena gonna go through the crowd and
do exactly what CM Punk did, because that's
off. He's gonna walk off with the yo. Yeah,
because he's been doing what has he been doing this whole time? Cena's literally
mimicking
reversing
everything you did,
flipping it back on you.
I'm flipping it back on you. Yeah.
Yep.
John Cena's going to win this. But we're going to find out this Saturday. Be sure to tune in. It will be a different time. So it's going to be at 1 p.m. on the Eastern side, and that's going to be 10 a.m. for us. So make sure you set your clocks because it's going to be an early shift. If we can, we may try to do a post show and talk about this a little bit, but we, most likely will probably address everything Thursday on the super episode. But that is going to wrap up our episode of the Kayfabe Podcast. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for joining. I know normally we have like some fantasy booking segments, but we are hitting the 2.5 hour mark, and it is becoming about to be midnight for our other hosts on the East Coast, and I don't want to hold them up for too much longer. So I think we've had a chock, episode anyway. And the other thing, but I will tell y'all what it is, so then y'all can prepare for it. We were talking about the Writers Room that we know is going to premiere this week, July 29th on Netflix. The series will start. So on the next episode, if we have time, we are going to do a Writers Room. And your Writers Room will be something that everyone keeps talking about, the new push. I'm going to give you certain categories, and you will pick only people that you know need a push when it comes to these things, and you will state your case why. So prime example is I'll give you for one, a person who should rival with John Cena in his last year, who needs the push.
Mm-hmm.
I just want y'all to think about that. Y'all don't have to answer, but I just want you to think about who is a new person you'd go, I want to put them with John Cena.
He on one today.
But like I said, that's going to wrap up our episode. We appreciate each and every single one of y'all checking it out. Please be sure to like and comment and subscribe to the channel so we can keep this thing going, keep this thing building. We want to definitely keep making it bigger, having guests on here, having a special guest on here to do. If you haven't checked out our Mark Henry episode, make sure you go to my YouTube page and check that out. It's an incredible episode. And we do have more clips coming on the Instagram channel. But, I'll be doing a lot of work, so sometimes that shit don't go all the way up. And these two fools always got to work. Honey got to go count her McDuckets, and then this dude got to went and had a whole baby and stuff. Like, it was just who told you to have a baby this year? But okay.
Oh my god.
Then he got here early. It was even the other thing. Then he got here early.
He did, didn't he?
Cocking his eyebrow, being so advanced and stuff. Now it's just like, can't even be mad at him, man. You just a bundle of adorableness now. Just got me now.
We gonna get Xander Sokoa in no time.
No, fuck that. We gonna get Xander in this editing room. That's what we gonna get him. You gonna start editing clips. Like, hand him that iPad and have him start moving clips here on iMovie.
Yeah.
And then save it and send it to me. Get him. He got his fingers worked. He'll be all right. But we're gonna have more clips and more stuff shaping up for y'all and everything. I think Thursday works well, but we will discuss exactly how we want to get things shaped and moving. So we appreciate each and every one of y'all always checking us out, always coming and rocking with us, especially the people that jump in the comments. MDB again, glad to have you back. Special Little Nobody, Sendil, War Hero, Jay Hendry. And it always keeps getting bigger. Our historian Boza always making sure that our facts are straight. Again, Sendil again with them 50 caliber rounds. She'd be sending out in the comments. Hassan Joseph as well. Thank you for tuning in with us. And of course, Captain Commander Sage D, who is still in timeout. And Courtney, our other WWT analyst who is always covering AEW. Always glad to see you in here joining us. Of course, Amunatu always coming in with all of the comments and all of the commentary as well. We just appreciate each and every one of y'all to take the time out to watch this, and we appreciate y'all being here. So on behalf of the three of us, thank you for joining. Do something nice for yourself before you get some rest, and we will catch y'all next week. Peace.